Alright, while searching for the next waifu to talk about, I've come to realize that we've not yet talked about demons. Demons? Demons? Evil! That's why I said demons smash. What? I want to get paid more. Who the hell is that? Don't get distracted tonight. Hurry up and talk about demons. Well, for one, we've already talked about different types, like the Oni, which is just a Japanese demon, the Succubus, which is just a very horny demon, and even the Jinn or the Genie can be considered a demon by some. So, with that being said, the type of waifu I want to talk about is just a standard demon waifu. Or in other words, the waifu in question is just called simply a demon, by that story's standard at least. And also because of Chainsaw Man and some other animes, some characters are called devils, which can be the same thing as a demon, but for this video we'll leave them out of it. The waifu in question has to be called just a straight up demon, and trust me, there are plenty to choose from. Now, in folklore, one specific thing about demons is very clear. In most religions and cultures, unless you're a Satanist, most demons are seen as evil! Yeah, what he said. The term demon derives from the Greek word daimon, which means supernatural being or spirit, though it's most commonly associated with an evil or malevolent spirit, and the term originally was meant to describe a spiritual being that has influenced a person's character. Demons in folklore were known in many religions to cause temptation and deception. They also can cause physical and mental harm, possession, chaos and destruction, and they usually work to oppose a divine purpose, or more or less they're against God. So no matter what you may look up yourself, demons usually are evil. Now Oni and Succubi are more questionable because Onis can be good, and Succubuses just wanna, suck you dry. There are pros there, but for the common demon, they're just bad. However, is there a demon waifu in fiction that may be worth it? I don't know, voice. Mama and grandma don't like demons. My family background is more or less Pentecostal Christians. And if you know anything about being raised as a child in a Pentecostal Christian house, you know at least one or two things you do and watch is going to be considered of the devil. When I was a kid, my mom did this all the time. She would start lecturing me about why it's wrong, and then the lesson would usually be followed up by a and I mean, I could be watching Power Rangers, and if one of those characters was like a demon, then if I say the word demon, if I had a nightmare and there was demons in it, if she caught me watching anime, if she even thought I was thinking about demons. Get out! Ah! By adulthood, I could dodge a black woman's hands like Mike Tyson. I ain't never changed my ways though. I still watch a little bit of Power Rangers to this day. To this day! Alright, the first demon waifu we have to talk about is Daki from Demon Slayer. And if you watch Demon Slayer, you already know what I'm gonna say. The biggest con all these demons have is that they eat people. Like they will straight up munch on your buns with no condiments. That's just nasty, at least use ketchup. Now Daki, like the other demons, does eat people. However, Daki seems to only eat people whom she sees as beautiful or strong. And if she doesn't see you as beautiful or strong, she's just gonna kill you. And she's definitely gonna kill you if you get on her nerves. So if she eats you, should you feel flattered? I mean, I would just a little bit, I mean, I'm dying and I'm in a lot of pain, but it'll be over soon. And at least she's hot. Oh, she's not just hot knight. She's a high-ranking courtesan in the story, which means she has a lot of popularity in the brothels. I read that her beauty is enough to make a timid man faint. And you never guess what else. I read that the man who has his ears blown by her will become incontinent, which basically means this. Nut. Also, as a high-ranking courtesan, Daki should do a lot of things for her clients. But one of the main things she does as a pro is, she should be getting busy with them. And I ain't talking about work. Dude, she more likely eats her clients. Well, her 126-year-old lips would probably feel very nice on my dying skin. Anyways, because she is a high-ranking courtesan, she likely has a lot of choice in who her clients are. And since Daki seems to be the type to be very picky, we can assume that her clients were all beautiful people whom she ate. Now her next biggest con is her shared biology with Gyutaro, otherwise known as the other upper rank 6. And if I didn't mention it before, yes, these two share a rank. They're both technically upper rank 6, but Daki is the weaker one. And these two can both do something that no other demon can really do, and that's share a body. Gyutaro can conceal himself inside Daki without altering her physical mass in the slightest. You could literally be all up in them sheets with her, and he'd be literally right there inside his sister with you. And yes, I know that is weird, which is why it's a con. But a pro is, like all the demons in this verse, she has unlimited stamina and endurance. My brother, she is arrogant, dismissive, and a sadistic person who enjoys toying with her victims before killing them. She's not sleeping with you. Damn it, Knight, can I dream? Yeah, when you're asleep. Alright, the next one, and my favorite one on this list, Melascula from the 7 Deadly Sins anime. She's a light warrior of the demon clan that serves directly under the demon king as the faith of the group called the 10 Commandments. And this girl not only got tongue, she got back! Look at this scene here. Damn, boy, he's thick! Look, all I'm saying is that body speaks for itself. Bruh, that's not even her original form. Her original form is a white snake. And eventually, by bathing in the demon realm's miasma, she became a huge white snake. And in this form, she can transform into other forms at will, including this human-like form she takes. Plus, obviously she's evil, and she can eat souls, and she's described as being a zealot, which is a person who is fanatical and uncompromising in their pursuit for religious, political, and other ideals. And she's a zealot for the Demon King. She follows all his orders and laws to the T, and cannot fathom nor attempt to understand anyone's reason for going against him. She also obviously doesn't like humans, and in her snake form she has a deadly poison, and this poison can be expelled from her mouth as a stream of poison, and it can be used in other ways. But more importantly, this poison can straight up disintegrate her opponents. Even the vapor of the poison is highly corrosive, and even that could temporarily halt the regeneration process of Bond's immortality. Her poison can literally stop an immortal from regenerating. Temporarily though. Temporarily is still scary. And her biggest con is her commandment of faith, which is more or less a power. And with this power, any who show faithlessness in her presence will have their eyes set ablaze. Which means, voice, her cons heavily outweigh her pros. But that tongue though, not her real form. But them cheeks though, not her original form. No, I don't care. I need it. If she's willing to draw that thing back for a real one, like me, then she can play basketball with my soul for all I care. She gonna send me to heaven first with that tongue though. Bruh, have you learned nothing from mom? Hey, mom may hate it, but I know dad's gonna be like, haha, giggity. Alright, next one up is Aura, the Guillotine, from the anime Frieren, Beyond Journey's End. Now some people are confused about the demons in this anime, so let me make this clear. They are evil, but not for moral or religious reasons. Instead, they are driven by a primal instinct to hunt and kill, and this so-called drive has shaped their evolution. They wear human skin and mimic human speech, but they only do these human-like things as a trap to get closer, deceive, and kill their prey. That being you. Also due to their nature, the concept of romance and family is foreign to them, and they will often abandon their children once they're born. Their nature is very alien-like, and they don't really understand the deeper meanings behind words like mom or love. Words to them are a weapon that they use only to deceive and kill humans. So yeah, demons in this universe, all in all, by nature are monsters, and the worst kind, because despite them evolving to communicate with other races, the demons in this universe never developed the ability to feel empathy. And empathy is just the ability to understand and share feelings with others. Yeah, they can't do that. So Aura the Guillotine ain't trying to smash nobody. She's trying to kill you and take over your body. Despite her looks, she's 500 plus years old and extremely evil. This girl has the ability called the Spell of Obedience, and it allows her to weigh her soul against her target's soul using this scale. And if her mana exceeds or more or less is greater than her opponent's mana, then she gains permanent control over your body. Now this control can be temporarily broken by someone with an unyielding will, but Aura knows this, and she usually resolves this issue by beheading those that she puts under her control. Hence probably why she's called the Guillotine. But now if her opponent possesses more mana than her, they can permanently take over her body. You know, like Frieren.
Aura.
Do it, just do it. Frieren is so badass. Now either way you get the point. Aura the Guillotine is a pass. Frieren is a smash though. True that, true that. Alright, the next one up is definitely the hottest one on this list. And even though I clearly have my favorites on this list, I still love this one for her very big personality and that chocolate covered body. Now Hina is a demon from the anime Combatants Will Be Dispatched, and she was one of the 4 heavenly kings in the demon army. She has terrible luck though. During the course of the story, she had many misfortunate things happen to her, such as being harassed by the main character Six, and she also indirectly caused the death of her own leader, the Demon Lord, and this caused the demon kingdom to surrender, which caused her to lose her current position as king and be forced to work in a power plant as a water heater. Damn, that's tragic. She's still hot though. Oh yeah, she's still hot. And surprisingly, she can be described as a good person, and she's even described as being reasonable and polite with her enemies. She's also known to be kind-hearted and sensitive, and she's even been shown in the anime feeling sympathy for her enemies. Character-wise, she's the best one on this list, hands down. And looks-wise, goddamn, she's perfect. Perfect! I also think she's the only one on this list that doesn't hate humans. Well, she probably hates Six, the main character, but that's because he's a pervert. You know, nothing like me at all. No bigger lie has ever been told, ever. Knight, I don't care what you say, I'm diving into every single one of these waifus on this list. And you can't stop me! And who said I was gonna try to stop you? Go ahead, stupid, get eaten. Your screams would be my lullaby. And you guys let us know in the comments who y'all think is the best on this list. Dude, it's Hina. Let them decide! And tell us which waifu y'all want us to do next. And you guys have a great day. Bye!